We are here with Rick Burgess on the Rick Burgess Show, and some of you guys may remember, but he was the first cover for Birmingham Christian Family 25 years ago.
How about that? Bubba and I were just getting started. We were only about, 5 or 6 years in, and you guys started out, and you graced us with the first ever cover.
It was wonderful that you did that for us, and now, of course, we've got the new team here.
There they are.
Yes, yes. So how was the first day? How do you feel about it?
You know, there was so much, because when something has been as established as the Rick and Bubba Show, which was just wonderful, 31 years, you know, there's always that, you know, people don't like change, and so you're wondering. But one thing we thought we had to do, I think this just goes with any business, you only get one grand opening. So we wanted to come out of the gate wide open, and I felt like we accomplished that. It was, you know, then the next, you know, question is, can you keep that tempo? Can you keep that energy? And preferably we can. But I thought the first episode went about as good as it could go. You're gonna have a couple of, you know, kinks and some links that weren't ready. Then they came alive during the show and all that. But I think overall it was about as good as you could expect.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the studio looks great.
Yeah.
You had to put a lot of work into this, didn't you?
Well,
time.
yeah. Well, when you look, you got to have a great team, and Chris Adler and Speedy and Greg, my brother. These guys are as hardworking three individuals as you're going to find. And so they made it easy on me. I had to come up and, you know, record a lot of things. But as far as the studio and the way everything looks, Chris Adler led the way on that. And he did a tremendous job. And of course, Greg and Speedy have been getting all the commercials updated, all the new technology ready to go. So I'm nothing on this team. They carry it. Yeah.
Well, and the show is not your only gig. You've got a book that you've just finished, right? And then conferences that are coming up?
Yeah, the manchurch.com, we started that in 2020. We've been blamed for the pandemic. Really, the first event that we had was March 1, 2020. And you start thinking, did God really call me to this? So, but we learned how to use our curriculum, you know, online and with Zoom. So it really was a great learning year. So here we are now in 2025. So yeah, we have 3 Man Church conferences that'll be going on in Birmingham, Panama City, and Atlanta. We always put out new resources, so we'll have a new curriculum coming out this year. And then, like you said, I just finished a book that I wrote about my dad, and we'll have it available at the conferences, and then we'll have the big release coming up this spring.
Okay, sounds great. And then another aspect is America 250 Alabama. You're going to be a spokesperson for that.
Yeah, the sad part is whatever that's called, I can't pronounce, and I wonder, is that going to cost me the gig? But you know, 250 years for our country it's amazing what this country has been through to be so young. You know, I've had the pleasure of traveling around the world, and you know, when you're in Europe and you're at these places that are so old, and their history goes back to the 1200s, and you know, and here we are going, well, we're not even 250. We'll take you up to New England to show you some of the colonial homes. That's about all we got, and so we're still a very young nation. But 250 years is a big marker, and to be able to celebrate that and be the spokesperson for my home state's a big honor.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing that, and thank you for allowing us to share your faith story.
Well, you guys have just been such a blessing to so many people, because you know, our show is secular, but yet we're Christians who do a show, and you guys are Christians who do a magazine, because there's a lot of things in there that can help you, and you know, if you're out there and you're wondering about what we believe, you guys have been such a great resource to give people a lot of information and also opportunities that they can plug into all sorts of things involving our faith.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.